to round it up in the jungle. So this composition, it's built for brawls, it's built for skirmishes, but for Na'Vi, they're really good at that one stop, one hit, and then run.
Yeah, we were talking about like tanky heroes. Like I thought that the Barats would be a choice for the jungler we've seen before, but you know, we skipped that part where Bahamut can actually be acting like a more active Barats, I would say. Very tanky. If you're looking at the heroes of Na'Vi, they don't have like HP-based damage that can tear through the tankiness of the Bahamut. So that is a very nice pick coming out from MALVINAS.
Whew, all right, we've got a good idea of how these compositions want to go this time, and it's going to be Navi versus MALVINAS Gaming here. Game number 1 about to begin. It's going to be all about this early game. Is Lancelot going to be able to get the lead that we're looking for? Is Sawo going to be able to match up against Steffi on this Matilda? There's only one way to find out. Welcome to game number 3. Elimination matches will begin here in the land of Dawn.
Both of these compositions have a very snowbally feel to it, right? Because again, if MVG gets the lead, they are completely going to snowball, but it looks like Gideon, you are confused about something. What's up here?
Looks like Nagib is in the mid lane with, and Lil is going to be on Yves on that top side. So Brody in the mid, and instead Yves on top side.
So the last time we saw this was Onyx Esports.
And they lost.
They lost, that's right. And interestingly, my friends from the Philippines asked Onyx Esports, and they say that they practiced it and it worked before. This time, let's see, as Eve versus Beatrix. Normally, Eve wins against the marksman matchups, but this is Beatrix.
Yeah.
I'm not a hero.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. It's about the game is about pressure here, and I think even Brody doesn't mind just sit a little passively in lane and allow Adrian to kind of control it. Overall, I feel like Yves could actually help out the mid lane a little bit more to get that pressure. But here we go, Zephyr as well as Sawo going to continue their onslaught against each other. It really is going to be both of these. Oh wait, they've actually hit an abyssal arrow here. This could be first blood on towards Adrian. He's trying to get on out of there. He's low. Ooh, forcing out the flicker here. No first blood achieved.
Man, that was really good at first for MALVINAS Gaming, whereas Adrian using that kill pressure in the start, just zoning away Lil from those creeps. But again, that pressure coming in, Gideon.
Sawo, he's forced the flicker out of there. Quinn, he might chase him down here. Ooh, even the flame shot trying to come out of Harley to get him out. Sawo, he knows he's in a difficult spot, and it's going to be Adrian who picks up first blood to punish him for coming into his lane by Razor.
Navi. Unfortunately, that play went from good to bad to worse. It was good because they already forced the flicker onto Adrian, and Adrian actually had to go back to base just for that and then walk back to lane, but Sawo overstayed up top, gets punished, and now V will lose the first blood.
He's already back, and Sin comes in with Black Dragon to try and punish, but Nagib, he's already taken quite a bit of damage. Oh my goodness, perfect execution again for that backline. Aegis is immediately popped here as we see the 1v1 not going out too great as Adrian is here already with Nibiru coming out and blowing up the entire backline as a quick rotation from the top side is going to catch him out in the mid lane. Sing has to back away. His defender is doing a good job, doesn't secure the kill.
Dude, this is exactly what I've been saying about MVG, right? Sure, Navi, they are the cleaner team when it comes to just pure rotations and setup. But that's something that, yes, you need, but not always. You can see MALVINAS, they scramble, they make it messy, and they come out on top. This is where they strive, Gideon.
And here we go. Steffi is going to punish Lil up on that top side. Can they land? Ooh, abyssal arrow almost actually connecting there. It feels like both MALVINAS Gaming and Navi want to punish the gold lane.
It's gonna be an easy punish now. Definitely in the laning stage, perhaps when it's same levels between the Beatrix as well as the Eve. It could be Eve-sided, but not now.
Steffi now in some trouble here. Ooh, Torn Memory securing the kill as the Eve gets locked down. Oh no, he's not. It's going to be Quinn almost securing that kill. The lethal counter isn't up, but Adrian cleans up the fight with a quick double kill, and Kagura is going to knock out Lil. Lil is not having a good time here in this gold lane, so far behind.
Put your eyes on this kid right here. I want to say man, but he's a kid, 15 years old, and a double kill on the M3 stage when it matters most. Remember, this is the lower brackets, and there you go. He's already going in. But let's see about the items right now, Wolf. What are you seeing? Because I am seeing a lot of items. Wait a minute, Sawo.
Yep, let's hold on for a quick little second here as Quinn tries to get out Adrian as well as Harley gets punished here. And Adrian, he's on the run. They can only sacrifice one person, but they can't sacrifice their top KDA player.
I mean, you asked me about items, but it's pretty normal, that's what I want to say. But Adrian already at 3.5k, around 4 minutes, the GPM is off the roofs. He's gonna get the Blade of Despair anytime soon now, and that's gonna be deadly against NAVI.
Ooh, can they recover from this miracle? I mean, now we're seeing Navi take control over this turtle.
They certainly can. You know, again, what they want to do is with their composition, they have an assassin, they have that single target ability. They want to just just isolate the members from MVG. If you don't go out for an all-out brawl, a crazy scramble, you are actually going to be able to get the win. Similar to how BTK beat Blacklist with the Saber composition.
I feel it's kind of ironic here, but let's see how this dive is going to be pulled off as Steffi starts things off really, really strong, and immediately Lil trying to put down the real world manipulation. Not enough. Steffi walks away with 1 HP here, but can Sunset Lover recover this as he's already in with the perfect execution? Not going to be enough. Quick Aegis coming in from Steffi to protect. He's doing a great job right now.
I agree.
Yep.
There were already 2 Aegis pops that were so clutch for Malvinas Gaming, especially when they want to go for like something like a Florida Park Memory, or when the initiation from the Lancelot was there. So far so good for Steffi on this Aegis. Normally when you look at Matilda, they go for flickers so that they can be aggressive or they can be super defensive, but this time Aegis really helped his team.
Oh, the game is so low. He finally goes down to the Magic Worship coming in from Harley. As he gets punished, they trade 1 for 1 as Sunset Lover looks for an immediate punish. Lil tries to get attacked here, but Steffi, he has overstepped his boundaries. He may still be a roamer, but there's no way he's taking out Lil with a real world manipulation.
Honestly, I do want to point out again, from both of these sides, all right, it is still very winnable. There is no clear-cut victor right now, and what we need to see from these two players is that, from these two teams, is that Navi, they're playing on the wrong side, for sure, right? Firstly, they want to go to the top side because of that Eve pick. Sure, it's good. You have the utility to do it. You have the kill pressure, but after Adrian gets 5 kills, I think you need to start roaming onto that bottom side. Help defender, as you can see, he was winning lane against the Yudong.
Yeah, I think even Malvinas Gaming recognized that almost immediately and switch sides to play for it. However, Turtle's coming up in about 12 seconds here. Sunset Lover goes and tries to attack on top of Balmon. Balmon can't seem to get on here. Aegis ready to pop, but Nagib is in trouble. Yin Yang overturn with a lethal counter. It's going to be more than enough. Defender can do only so much real world manipulation as they look for some sort of retribution here. Harley makes it out, already achieving his favor to keep alive, and Sing says hello with the Black Dragon form to deter them.
That clash didn't even have the Dragon form yet. I mean, it was far too late for Sing, but Malvinas Gaming still overwhelmed Navi with the damage output that they have. But then again, Navi, I think their positioning isn't as crisp as compared to that previous clash. What they need to do now is to group up. They have the items already. They have to utilize Nagib, especially as the timer for a mid-lane Brody is soon to expire.
Speaking of which, Defender, can he actually secure this kill? Oh my goodness! They managed to get in, but he outplays the situation perfectly. Gets hit by an Abyssal Arrow, but Adrian, he is just so far ahead of the game. Perfect KDA. The damage is enough to take out Defender, and he walks away. Let's look at that one more time. Miracle break this down.
What the heck was that, man? This was just pure mechanics coming in from both of the sides. You see Sawo getting that brilliant Abyssal Arrow as he takes the guiding win, but that timing on the flicker. You know, sometimes teams, they don't want to use this flicker wastefully, but there, you know that he understands the limits of his hero, of that health bar.
And not only the timing of that flicker, he also went to the left. The positioning was perfect because he is still in range to attack. At the same time, he wasn't hit by the combo of the Paquito. Beautiful play from Adrian as another kill goes in favor of Malvinas.
Absolutely, they're just compressing their lead against them. And Lil now under attack, forced to flicker out of there. So if he wanted to dive, he could have absolutely gone for it, but Malvinas playing very disciplined.
Yeah, this is what we said. In the key factors, don't overcommit. This is the main mistake that Malvinas has been making throughout the group stages, but here you can see they're calm, they're collected with that brawl, that crazy mechanical prowess of these team fights. They are using that and plus the objective game.
Yeah, but this young Adrian is looking so good. Already with Malefic Roar as well as Blade of Despair.
Yeah, no defense items yet for Navi. This is the time to strike if you're Malvinas. And that's really what they were looking for. They have Balmond. This is a high-tempo hero. And with in combination with the Matilda, they can be so aggressive.
Just like that. Yin Yang overturn, gonna turn it all on. And Sunset Lover comes in with a perfect execution. Thorn Rose to secure the kill on towards Kagura's side. He manages to get on out Bennett's Rage to get rid of the rest of the Navi members from committing to this engagement.
First with Navi, they kind of they actually dodged the combo of the Beatrix, which is great because that's the main damage dealer of Malvinas.
Yeah, as I said, right, the thing is, it is going to be the isolation from Navi. If you're able to actually push Malvinas to make a mistake right here, it is going to be really good for them in the long run. Just, you know, not just do that, but you can also prolong these team fights, wait for the enemy to make just a slight mistake, overcommitting a little bit. That is when you want. But that backline is crucial for Navi to target.
You know, speaking of backline here, so far, I mean, the mid lane has been highly contested here from both Navi and as well as Malvinas, and now they're trying to open things up. Good Abyssal Arrow so far, but now Sunset Lover punishes after the stun from the Abyssal Arrow connects. Stefe is holding on to his own, but they see Adrian, and they're like, nah, no more. We don't want to risk it.
Oh, my goodness. Navi still is able to recover. This is just a 1,000 gold lead for Malvinas, and this is very much winnable coming up from Navi. We're going to be waiting for their time to strike, and it is now. They're going to be grouping up.
Yep, mid-tier 1 is going to fall over towards Navi's side as Malvinas Gaming going back to the farm. The question is this farm from Sing going to be enough? Is there any punishment so far? Because bottom side gets opened up by this Beatrix at the same time. Sunset Lover, he wants it. He's on top of Sing. Thorn Rose is already out. He's trying to puncture his way through the gold crab for safety. But no, Sunset Lover gets punished here as Stefe says hello. Lil is going to use the real war manipulation to buy some space and time. Stefe manages to make it on out. Favorite plus Aegis already being popped. This might be an opportunity as they get on top of Lord so early on into the game. They're not going to wait here. Stefe can't afford to die. He's going to maximize his blessing here as the Abyssal Arrow comes on in. Defender finds the 1v1 down on bot side. Going to be victorious towards Adrian's side. But this is so risky. Navi doesn't want to go in. Abyssal Arrow does not connect as we can see Stefe going in to buy a little bit more space and time as Harley. He wants to go in for a little bit more. Quinn says hello. Stefe goes down. Yin Yang overturn connects, and it's forcing the rest of the Navi members to flicker on out to the mid lane.
You can see how Malvinas Gaming strives on these crazy brawls again and again. Wolf and Gideon, you see the craziness in this squad. Firstly, that solo kill in the bottom side, Adrian, 8-0 now. It is just such a threat to Navi, but you can see, even without Adrian, this team knows exactly what to do, and they calculate these team fights so well. Did you see how they played around that Lord, just circling it around, waiting for Navi to make the desperate call to go in, and instantly, when it happens, the trigger is pulled.
It's not just really about that Lord positioning coming up from Malvinas. The decision to immediately go for the after punishing the Lancer, they know that there's no retribution for Navi. So that Malvinas Gaming can easily take the Lord. And they also have the Balmond with the lethal counter, so that's added layer on taking the Lord. Very good decision from Malvinas.
Well, speaking of which, Sawo almost actually getting taken out here, but Defender pushes them all in towards the real war manipulation, getting some good damage here. They find one as the team already pops his ultimate to capture one, but they trade 1 for 1 so far, which is not bad for Navi considering that they're the ones behind. 3K gold deficit as Malvinas Gaming continue to press on.
Unfortunately,
hold on, Defender. He might be in some trouble here as Malvinas Gaming, they do take tier 2 and push him away.
That is just crazy by Malvinas. The fact that they grew this fast in such a short period of time is just so crazy, man. It's scary, honestly. You can see how they've taken what makes them special, that crazy brawl, the mechanics, and added that macro, that discipline game.
Yeah, you can see Malvinas, the way that they positioned themselves, right? They grouped up when they were trying to back out. They didn't leave anyone behind, and they went together as they were backing down their base. That's why even when the arrow hit, and there was an overcommitment from Sunset Lover, they were quick to punish. Lancelot was far from home back then, and Malvinas just destroyed him with immediate burst coming up from Adrian. 9-0 for this Beatrix.
Oh, let's see whether this is going to be engagement. No, it doesn't look like it. Navi doesn't want to go further, but so far, based on what I'm seeing here, it feels like Malvinas Gaming is just making good decisions and acting upon it extremely quick.
Curious to see the items from Navi. There's really no answer yet for the Balmond or the tankiness thereof. Looking at their items, there's no Demon Hunter sword whatsoever from Navi. And this might be detrimental because now Malvinas Gaming, they can feel confident into just tanking up against Navi.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah, the fact that Stefe is in the middle of a fight, in the middle of 4 people,
that's
I
crazy.
think he may have, may have, you know, gone a little too deep there, some may say.
Yeah, I might have heard what I just said about them tanking out, being too brave for that. But then again, that was really crazy. For Malvinas Gaming, it is true that they are really, they have the item advantage, but I mean, that's far too deep for Steffi.
Yeah, I mean, that one's a little... oh, no. Potential punish here as they drop down real-world manipulation. Defender, he gets on top of AG, the perfect target. They secure the kill with the Tornify memories here, but even Harley can't take enough damage even after the yin-yang overturn. Quinn might be the next on the chopping block. Oh, he holds on a little bit longer. The double kill coming out of Sing. It's going to be Matilda pulling through with the guiding win so far. They trade 2 for 3 so far. This is a great trade, as now Navi feeling a lot more confident.
Well, the thing that I wanted to say was that Adrian had the 3,000 gold lead on Nagi, but now it's only a 1,000 gold lead left, all right? So basically what I wanted to say was that Adrian alone was 3,000 gold ahead of Nagib.
And Adrian, that death is really surprising for sure. They tried to tuck themselves behind their turret, but now just straight up dove there. They know that without the Matilda, there's really no save mechanic. Eventually, the Matilda came in because he respawned, and I think that we're going to see it in the replay. Someone lands arrow, but I think that's going to be converted to anything. I think Defender finding the perfect target, and Gideon said it well. They found the Beatrix, and they took advantage.
I mean, it's all about finding that Beatrix at this point in time. I think, Adrian, he's just so far ahead here, but Harley, he's starting to scale up quite nicely. That yin-yang overturn really making the difference, but let's see how this is going to play out as the Lord now under threat, as both teams really need this Luminous Lord if they want to start cracking in towards the inhibitor turrets. Sawo going to be trying to open up the map here with his Abyssal Arrows, putting the traps down, trying to gain this ground, and Defender patiently waiting for the opportunity to strike. Sing is going to absorb as much as he can so far, but both sides don't really want to commit at the end of the day.
It's a hard one right now. Again,
it's difficult.
They just need to keep on going for the setups, right? If they keep going, if they just force this Lord, it's not going to work. But there you go, Circling Eagle.
Oh, they're going in. Steffi is diving deep, as Sing is going to back him up, shoo them away with the help of Quinn to follow up just in case. Do they find it? Nagib in trouble. Now taking way too much damage. Dies to a lethal counter as the real world manipulation does not bail him out of this.
Definitely Malvinas is favored when it comes to these team fights, right? And the reason why they lost some of the team fights is because they didn't come together. This time, if they jump together, Matilda as well as Circling Eagle to the Dragon, that's going to be great.
Oh, Defender, he finds a kill onto Harley, who had the yin-yang overturn, and now Steffi is on the run. Sing, so caught out, hops over, manages to dodge the Thorn Rose, but it's still not going to be enough, and Malvinas give up position on Lord. Too much damage has been done.
You can see the same mistakes coming again for Malvinas Gaming. The fact of the matter is, they didn't have setup on the map. You can see the mini waves. It actually favors Navi. And with that, they were able to open up the map on that bottom side, force them to go into that little space, and instantly they're just zoned away. You will not be able to contest a Paquito in that little space, man.
What a close game. It turned out to be a close game. I thought it was Malvinas Gaming just, snowballing through against Navi, but with that play into the bottom, and then eventually the peel into the Lord fight. And you know what's really ironic about that is I just said that Malvinas Gaming is, for favorable in this big team fights, but they were peeled by Defender. Defender found an opening and just a kill onto the Hardy. For Malvinas, their main win condition as of this moment is that if they're complete as 5 when they go up against Navi, the moment they get picked off, the moment they get peeled by Navi will just take over.
And let's see whether they can, as they're trying to break over to the tier 3s here. Defender, true to his name, still up and about for his team, holding on strong, but they managed to destroy the tier 2s so far. Couldn't go for a bigger punishment, but they put it down pretty low so far. Do they want to press their advantage? No. Looks like Navi is going to slowly wait for an opportunity. They hit the Abyssal Arrow, open up onto the tier 3, and we see Sunset Lover trying to go for the quick execute. He's going to be knocked down by the yin-yang overturn, and Sing trying to zone off the rest of the team. They trade 1 for 1. It's not going to be good enough as the real world manipulation comes on down. Defender finds an opportunity, opens it all up as Adrian rips out Nibiru's passion. Can Defender find it? And it's going to be Nagib who secures the kill on towards the jungler from Malvinas Gaming. Adrian is forced to walk away as Steffi, he can only pull one person at a time with the guiding winds.
Man, Sawo has just been so on point. Oh my god, mechanical powers here going on, Gideon. What the heck?
Yep, I mean, the hard ego challenge for Sawo got a hook, line, and sink with his bait.
That was really crucial coming out from MALVINAS. If they did get a kill onto Sawo, they will extend their defense, but that wasn't the case. Now the wave clear will only come out from this Beatrix. Fortunately for MALVINAS, the rest of NAVI will have to wait for the minions as well as their jungler, who will be, I think, having a stop onto that purple buff. So they will buy the time. There will be enough time for Harley to get back, and it will be another big 5v5. Unless NAVI will go for the peel once again.
The main problem right here, Wolf, is that Adrian has most of the kills. He had most of that gold lead. The thing is, they're basically kind of funneling all that gold into him. Even though they're not doing it entirely intentionally, it is still a fact right now. Adrian is the name of MALVINAS' game, but he has started to fall off. Going against this composition in Navi, they're so tanky. It's really hard for Adrian to deal any damage. And like we mentioned before, the CC, not just from the Yve, but also from Selena and the Paquito, is making it so hard for Adrian to free hit in these team fights. He has full items. He even has 2 defensive items, but it's just not making a difference because of that CC.
You know, speaking of fallen off here, looking at the item build so far, and I think, Wolf, you were about to mention this as well, just the defensive builds coming out from Navi.
A lot of brute force breastplates in there. They really want to answer the holistic approach of MALVINAS Gaming, where they want to put together the physical and the magical damage. So this is such an interesting yet very good itemization coming out from Navi. Like I said, they just needed to wait for the time that their items are up, and then they strike.
Speaking of striking here, Sing might get punished overall. Nagib and Lil almost getting a good opportunity, but Lil very disciplined, does not drop down his real-world manipulation. Now, all the waves are going to be crashing through, and 20 seconds until the next Lord comes out.
The good thing about this Beatrix is that you are really good at the wave clear. You really can get rid of these mini waves fast, right? So what they want to do right now is completely just turtle, but it's not going to work the whole time, right? Navi, they're waiting on this Lord. Once the Lord comes up, it is going to be MALVINAS forced to do something on the map. If they don't, I'm sorry to say, you can have all the high ground in the world, but when the Lord comes in with those 3 waves into only a naked base, it is not going to look good.
Loving the fact that Navi actually stole those buffs against MALVINAS. It's one thing to press the lane against your opponent, especially when you're leading, but it's also another to take away those buffs, which is going to be crucial for the members of MALVINAS.
Here comes a big resource being used. The Sing already using the Black Dragon form to kind of open up the map a little bit more. Yeah, as you mentioned, Wolf, it is a little early. Navi going to be holding on to their own really strong, but is MALVINAS Gaming going to give this up that easily? I don't think so. Yep, they find the Abyssal Arrow on towards... Oh no, Harley is already down. Real world manipulation going to open things up as Navi, Nagib going to disrespect his space, knowing that the rest of his team shall secure this second Luminous Lord.
Oh my God, Sawo just bodies MALVINAS Gaming. Alone Selena zoning out the members of MALVINAS. He's not a tank even, but the threat of that long-range arrow that can last for, the long-range stun that can last for 3 seconds is enough to stop MALVINAS. And when they hit Harley, MALVINAS knew that they don't have that burst damage, they don't have the nuke anymore to start the fight for them. My goodness, Sawo with this Selena.
Lethal. He has been lethal. That's the word to put it, man. Sawo has been accurate and lethal. He is a sniper on that Selena. These Abyssal Arrows, I've seen more of it hitting than... I actually haven't seen... And I've seen very little missing, but now it is going to come down to whether or not MALVINAS can defend. Let's see, Gideon.
Well, it's already going to be pushing in. Black Dragon form is going to be coming out as soon as possible, and even a lethal counter is not going to be enough to finish off the rest of the team. Real world manipulation has not been popped just yet. Seeing attacks Lil in the back line, and the rest of the team is holding strong. They managed to clear the way, but can they get the crystal? Navi focus their game on winning, not the fight. They have their eyes set on victory. GG, well played for Navi.
So the critical mistake for MALVINAS Gaming still stays true here from the group.